I need this up here. It was me, mate. It was me all along. Such cool shit. Good shit. Anyway, hey, it's Handsome Frank and Cool Mike. How you doing, fan base? What's up, Mikey, baby?
Oh, you know.
Other than the shock of the world, the shock of the century. I mean, how could I do that to my own daughter? Huh? Look at that big old hipster mug you've got there. Look what I got.
Friend.
Look what I got. Oh,
yeah, you know my take on that.
No, actually, it's a tea. Okay?
How is that?
Yes.
What kind of green tea?
No, motherfucker. I don't drink fucking green tea. I'm a man. Damn it. I drink fucking orange pico. I drink regular tea. You hear me?
I do.
God damn it.
You know what? In the 80s, there's a lot of people who drank a little bit of Mr. T.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
he got around.
Over the head to do it, too.
He was a mystery, Mr. T. And, yeah. And then there was some iced tea.
I pity the fool that didn't grow up in the 80s.
Yeah, well, they don't know, eh?
They pity the fool. You remember that? You remember that song Mr. T made about Mother's Day?
No, I don't.
You don't remember the song? He's like, it's your mother. You better love her. It's your mother. Something. I can't remember. But yeah. But hold on. Let me play it. You'll love it.
Okay, play it, man.
I'm going to play it now, man. It's happening.
Yep. We're getting off to a good start.
The song. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes.
You better not step on a crack and break your mama's back. What?
Well, you couldn't be more than 5. You're so fat they have to jack you up to take off your shoes. Yeah, well, you're so skinny your eyes are in single file.
Can you hear this?
Ugly, your ears stick out to get away from your face. Well, you're
Bad.
so...
Wait a minute. Don't bring anyone this. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Oh, man. So treat her right.
Treat your mother right. Treat her right.
Treat her right.
I get it.
Hold on. You got to listen to him.
Treat her right.
Mother, there is no other like mother. So treat her right. Mother, I always love her. My mother. So treat her right. Treat her right. Give me for the moan and the miserable.
The pain that you felt that I was born. Huh?
That's like 2 minutes that our listeners will never get back.
God. Now they just got a crash course on Mr. T from the 80s.
Yes.
Next
he passed away recently, didn't he?
What?
Didn't he pass away?
No. Stop
I think so. I think
my phone.
Mr. Dead. I think Mr. T's Mr. Dead.
Mr. T is not dead. Fuck you.
I think so.
I'm gonna ask Google, motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Is Mr.
Google
T
having
dead? No, he's not dead.
No?
No, man. He's like playing World of Warcraft and shit. Came out with a World of Warcraft commercial. And
It's a good life.
hey, man. Could be worse. Could be doing a podcast that no one watches. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude. We got 29 now by
Hey.
fucking killing it there, boy.
Yeah, not really, but thanks for the confidence booster.
Activity, man.
So, okay, DDP.
Yep.
Yeah, you're all positive, huh?
Yeah, kinda. Not.
Kinda. Huh?
Dude.
Say what?
Anyway.
So I got a story. Got a story for you.
Okay, tell me your story, then I'll tell you a story.
It was a series of events.
Oh, fuck.
I was at work yesterday, and we made this hole for a vent to go up through the ceiling, but we couldn't find the hole in the attic. And the attic is like fucking puny, filled with like insulation and spider webs. So I'm downstairs. I'm downstairs and I'm fishing a little pipe up to kind of show the guy in the attic where the hole is, right? Yeah, I know. But I'm fishing it up, and I'm like twisting it real good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Feeding the geese,
shake it around so that he knows where the hole is.
Masseuse.
So he knows where the hole is anyhow. So he finally finds it. But then when I do it, I'm standing on a platform and we have like the floor cut out and underneath drywall. And I like, and I flip and my foot goes right through the drywall and right into the fucking other, like the room underneath of us. And then he's like, hey man, you got to come up here. So it's like we switch spots and I go up there. And I know why he wanted me to fuck up there because there was like a spider's web around a pipe we had to cut, and there's this mother spider, and she's fucking staring at me. Right? Dude, I had to fight her. I had like an inch-and-a-half piece of ABS with a 90 on it, and I could barely reach because I'm stuck up there on my belly, and I'm fighting the spider with the fucking pipe, trying to get it away from the pipe I have to cut, and then finally it crawls up, but it crawls up the pipe. So I'm like, oh, that bitch is around there somewhere. So I cut the pipe, and then I glue it. And then as soon as I glue the pipe in, that spider comes down. And it comes fucking running at me, man. I was like, Mama Spider's pissed off that I destroyed her home.
Did it have like sacks on it? Did it have like sacks on it and shit? Did it have sacks on it?
No, it did not have sacks on it.
Oh, okay. So she was probably just defending her brood. Maybe it was under her. Some spiders will like put their eggs under their abdomen.
Yeah.
So whatever. How big was she?
Big. Like,
yeah.
Like that big.
Like 4 million times smaller than you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it was running. Dude, it came at me, dude.
You want the biggest spiders I've been around was at Wasaga. So last year, Sam is fucking deathly afraid of spiders, okay? And it's hilarious because she's a country girl. So we go to this cottage last year, and there's spiders that are like this, right? You know, dock spiders and shit, how big they get. Well, there's tons of them. Now, this cottage is beautiful, but in like almost every corner, there's a massive fucking spider. And then night comes, and then all of a sudden, all the spiders that were just hiding from the heat whoop, came down their web, and then all of a sudden, there was like 1,000 spiders all around, okay? At the time, my dad is fighting with his girlfriend. So this motherfucker is like, fuck that, I'm sleeping outside. So apparently he'd been sleeping outside the whole time. So he's sleeping on the deck patio furniture with thousands of giant spiders around him, and he just doesn't give a fuck. So I'm about to go to bed, and Sam's in the living room, and I go to set up the bedroom, and I see this fucking giant spider.
Sorry, Frank. How did the spider go from this to this?
Because it's a different spider, asshole.
This big?
It was about that big.
You know it was that big in Ontario.
He was that big.
It was not that big.
Yeah, he was that big, man. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you, fucking spiders in Wasaga Beach are huge. They're huge. Just take a look at dock spiders. Look them up. You'll see. I'm telling you. Anyway. So there's this big spider not on the bed, but right in the corner of the end table that's right beside the bed. Like, oh, fuck. I can't let Sam know about this, because if I do, she will not sleep in this bed. So I'm like, all right, I'll kill it. But I don't want to kill the fucking thing. It's just living its goddamn life.
Yeah.
I don't like killing shit.
Yeah.
You know, I like hitting people, not killing fucking animals. I don't know. It's just a thing. Call me crazy, but I like animals better than people. But in this case, I was like, there's going to be collateral damage. I have a girlfriend I need to protect. So as I go to get something to kill it, I go and I just see it scamper off. And it climbs up the wall and goes into, like, I don't know, a crack. Okay, problem solved. So I said, Sam, let's go to bed. She's like, is there any spiders in here? No, I checked. None at all. So she sleeps. Great. Everything's wonderful. I'm not sleeping because I'm like, fuck. I know that stat. You know that stat, how they say the average person swallows like something like 7 spiders in their lifetime when they're sleeping? You know?
Dude.
Hold
in
on.
order to swallow that one, you'd need a knife and a fork, man.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if that thing jumps in my mouth by accident, I'm gonna fucking suffocate. Right? So I got no sleep. And then the next day, I look over at Sam and I say, "How did you sleep?" She goes, "Oh, great, yeah, great." She's a woman, so she has a higher voice. Great, I slept great. Okay. She's like, "How did you sleep?" I didn't sleep really well. And she said, why? And I told her, I'm like, well, there's this massive spider. She's like, what? She jumped on the bench. She's like, where the fuck is it? I'm like, I don't know. It's in the room somewhere. Why didn't you tell me last night? I said, because of this right here. We never got to sleep. So that spider happened. So I understand your plight.
Yeah.
Yeah, your plight.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: is I was trapped with the fucking thing. Like, I couldn't move. I was up there, and like, the only way I could cut the pipe was like this. Like,
yeah, well, you were threatening it.
no, I had the cutters. There's ratcheting cutters, and I had it around like that, and I was like this, and I'm trying to like, I had no way to move.
Right now.
So it was just like, and then the fucking thing's coming at me. I was like, well, like, I'm gonna have to fight it like this, you know? Like, fucking stupid.
Like a T-Rex.
I couldn't even move it like that. And then my weapon was gone. I already just put the weapon in, so it was like I didn't have anything to fight it with. I couldn't tell it a joke.
Like sexual innuendo.
My weapon was gone.
Penis is stronger than the sword. Huh? So, okay. Spiders. You went to Jasper. How was Jasper?
Jasper was beautiful. Now,
Fun story.
is there any way you can get sick of beautiful looking things like mountains and lakes? I was just driving and like
all the time.
Dude, I was immune. I was immune to it on the drive back. I was just like, fuck, there's another beautiful lake, but like I was so pressed because I wanted to make it home. I ended up driving 18 hours from Jasper to Vancouver, and I got lost on my way out of Jasper for like fucking an hour one way and an hour back. So I'm driving and I'm looking, I was like, oh, I'm entering BC. I'm like, funny, I didn't see that sign on the way here. and then we checked our map and there's just like, oh, yeah, we are like an hour out of the fucking way. So I add another 2 hours onto the 16 hours I already had to drive. And yeah, there you go. 3:30 in the morning, dude.
Did you have Google Maps?
Yes. And the funny thing is, the day before we were talking about how easy it is to live in today's society. And I mentioned, you never get lost. You never get lost because you have Google Maps. And then the next day, karma. Fucking got lost. Exhausted.
Did you just not have any data, or like was the signal bad? What was the problem? Why couldn't you use Google Maps?
I did use Google Maps once I got to the BC border, but the thing is, it all looks the same. It's all just rolling like mountains and big valleys, beautiful lakes.
Yeah,
everywhere you drive.
Get directions, or did you just look at the map?
No, because the way when you get into Jasper, it's one road, right?
Okay.
And then you get up there, but I forgot Like there's a crossroad like this, and I thought that we turned into Jasper like that, but we went straight into it, right? So I was like, oh, I'll take a fucking right, and boom, gone all the way to British Columbia.
Let me get this straight. You got lost driving straight, basically.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You were supposed to drive
Cross-section.
straight. You were supposed to drive straight. And you said to yourself, I think I'll take a right.
Because we've been doing that the whole time. Like we were there for 2 days,
So
and every time we drove into Jasper, we'd turn it.
You're driving
What's that?
straight the whole. You were driving straight the whole time, and you said, to yourself,
okay.
"Hey, why not change it up a bit? Let's go right."
So I got lost driving straight.
Yeah. Well, it's only something you would do, Mike.
Did you just hear that message tone?
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have. It came at a perfect time. I was like, I get lost driving straight, and I winked, and it went bing.
That's as bad as explaining your jokes, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, your own jokes. That's cool, man. I'd like to go to Jasper sometime, but now I'm afraid that I'll get lost.
It'll be fine.
I know I'd be fine. I'm like a dog. I don't get lost.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Once I drive somewhere, I know how to get back there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we usually do.
except that one time when you turned
Just
right.
this time.
You're
Yeah.
like the opposite of Zoolander. Oh no, you are Zoolander. Can't turn left. You're the anti-Zoolander. You can only turn right.
I like to only turn right. Right's the easiest way to turn on a road.
Yeah. A friend of mine, she doesn't like to drive, and she's mid-50s. So if she has to drive, she'll only take rights. Okay. So let's say you know where I live.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you know where downtown is in relation to where I live. You go up Wortley, you take a right on Stanley, right? And then you can take a left on Richmond, and there you are, you're downtown. Now, at the end of Richmond Row, there's Oxford, okay? So that would be the easiest way to go. But this friend of mine says, fuck that. So if she needs to get to like Richmond and Richmond and Oxford, what she'll do is she'll come out of her driveway, take a right, which is the opposite direction from where you have to go, take another right to go to Warncliffe. Okay, you know where Warncliffe is, and then take another right onto Warncliffe. Drive straight up Warncliffe on that shitty road with all those potholes and bad traffic. It eventually gets to Oxford. Then she'll take another right to get to Oxford, just to get to Oxford and Richmond. She won't take a left. She just won't do it.
The fear of left-hand turning.
So she's Zoolander. She can't turn left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, myself, I don't like. Okay, the only time I like to turn left is if there's a fucking advanced green. But like here on Granville Street, we got assholes who like it'll be the middle of a rush hour, and he's like, boom, like it's like 31st Street, and there's no lights, and they just sit there and take up all the traffic, and just to turn left when you can go up to 33rd, which is an advanced green, take your left, and then now it's a less controlled road, and they just kind of scooch you over from there, right? Well, I don't like on main roads like sitting there and hogging up traffic and taking a left when you can just go up to an advanced green.
I mean, at heart, I'm a Torontonian, so when it comes to driving, to me, you take your fucking place. You take it, right? So I don't care if I have to take a left. If there's cars coming, most people at the distance that a car is coming won't take a left where I would. I mean, how close they are, right? Because in my mind is they have brakes and they're not going to want to hit me. They're not going to purposely hit me, right? So I just take the left. and I've never been hit. So, I mean, I have been hit, but not in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody backed into me once on a side street. That's completely different, though. So I just say, I get where you're coming from in that instance, right? Because you're right. I hate when people, if you're on a main street and there's no light or roundabout. I love roundabouts, but and there's a crossroad with there's an intersection with no light, and somebody needs to go down it, and there's no third lane, right? Because usually, even if you're on a one-lane road, you'll get a turning lane, or if you're on a two-lane road, there'll be a third turning lane. A lot of times, if there's no light, there's no turning lane. If there's no turning lane, then you're backing up traffic. I hate motherfuckers like that, so I get it. If there's no cars coming this way, or I can make it, and there are coming this way, I'll take it. That's fine. But I agree. Just go to the fucking advance. At least there's a turning lane there.
Our first T-shirt's going to be MNF Wrestling. I take the left.
Mm.
I take the left turn.
I do, man.
Dude, it's going to be a #1 seller. It's going to be #1 seller. Best in the world. Shane
Best
McMahon.
in the world. So I went to Grand Bend, and I went sea-doing for the first time, and it was fun. I'm a fucking natural, is what I found out. Except so I'm riding, Sam's on the back, because she's too chicken shit to ride her own. And that's okay. I don't mind a pretty girl holding me tight. So, you've been sea doing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done everything. I'm Mike. Okay.
I live.
Huh?
I live.
I live. Oh, fuck. You're one of those assholes that... You're one of those fucking guys that post things like on Facebook, I don't go over the mountain, I go through the mountain, or something.
I've never
That's what
posted.
you just reminded me of.
I've never posted any inspirational quote on Facebook, on Instagram, on
okay.
anything.
You just say it to people.
I live.
I live.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't wait till my mid-30s.
I drink water.
I didn't wait till my mid-30s to
hipster tea. Or
dude, I'll do you one better. I wrecked this you.
Okay, I don't care about that. And anyway, so the waves were hard that day, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Poseidon himself was angry. Something about his little red-headed child running away to marry a man on land. I don't know. Something stupid. So I'm hitting these waves. We're going up. And as we land, I'm not bracing myself. So I'm not sitting up. So I'm taking all the impact on my ass, right? And it's hard on your arms, too, I find. Because I got a good workout from it. It's like, man, okay. But the next 2 days, my ass muscles were fucking wrecked. And I was like, I just went 4 rounds with Tyson in a prison cell, okay? I felt like Jeffrey Dahmer's last victim. Motherfucker, my ass was so sore. It was terrible. It was terrible. But lesson learned.
So I like the fact that you refer to them as ass muscles.
Yeah.
I think my ass muscles were wrecked.
They were. My ass took a pounding. It took a pounding.
My God. It's like college all over again. Jeez.
Yeah, it was funny because I videotaped a lot of it, and then I had to cut all these different clips into one video. So the video on YouTube is a crudely cut video, but it's all right. And I just started talking to random people. Are you guys having a good time? Like, yeah. Sam, after like the fourth time, was like, "Will you fucking shut up?" And I said, "There was these 4 girls. I'm like, you guys having a good time?" They're like, "The total 2019. Don't film us."
Yeah.
It's like, you could hear me. I'm like, "It's public property," and I just kept walking. What do you mean, don't
Dude.
film me?
I'm gonna ask you one thing.
What?
Hey, do you like pussy?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh man, we were wrecked that night.
Yeah, dude, as we fucking used to always be.
Yeah.
Fun times. Well, yeah, just you saying that you're screaming at people walking down the street is like, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there with you before. Yeah.
I ran into this little Mexican man, and he was wearing an Air Jordan shirt.
Okay.
And I went up to him like, "Hey man," he's like, "Hey man, like, did you like the beach? You having fun at the beach?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Give me a thumbs up." He's like, "Yeah." And he was an old guy. Like, this is cool. Then I went to the bar, had a few too many, I think.
Good.
Yeah. Then I went sea-doing. See,
After a few too many?
well, I pretended. They don't want you to look drunk.
Yeah.
But I had a few. I wasn't drunk. I just had a few. So.
Dude, we went fucking go-karting one time with my Uncle Mal, when I was in high school, we used to go up to London, big city, to go shopping. And my Uncle Mal and he's like, "What do you guys want to do?" I was like, let's go go-karting. He's like, "Cool." My Uncle Mal used to drive like those demolition cars, smash into each other. Mm-hmm. So we get there and he's wearing the demolition hat, you know, like of the place he competed in. Like, that should have been red flag number 1. So we fucking go there and we're about 6 beers deep. And we're like, all right, cool. And we jump on these go-karts and we're fucking, me and my buddy Bobby are just smashing into each other the whole time. Like, boom, boom, boom. And then he goes around a corner and he gets stuck on the tires. And I'm like, perfect opportunity, right? So I'm fucking spinning around. But when you get stuck on the tires, guys have to pull you off.
Yeah.
Physically pull you off.
I know.
So I come pulling around the fucking corner. The guy's trying to pull Bobby off. I'm like, I'm going to fucking smoke this fool, right? So I'm fucking, and I smash Bobby in his go-kart. Boom. But the impact of me hitting him smashed right into that guy's ankle. Ooh. And I think I broke that guy's ankle from me being a drunk asshole on the go-karts, man. How
old were you?
So then, what's that?
How old were you?
Oh, I was like 16, 17.
All right.
Yeah. Drunk asshole. So at that time, I didn't care if I hurt anybody, right? Well, like now, it would be a different story. I'd probably feel a little bit bad if I hurt somebody's ankle. It's a shed. This is shred. But yeah, the go-kart. So I get you, man. Driving drunk on those fucking fun.
Oh yeah, and when you're go-karting, you can't not bump and like crash into each other. It's fun, right? And then you have the fucking teenage fucking people there. They're like, you're minors, right? Like 10 years older than you, and you're yelling at me, stop hitting each other. And I'm yelling back, I'll fucking hit you.
Yeah.
You know, fuck them, man. I pay my money. Okay? This is America. It's America. Dude, I won't.
Give me a thumbs up. He's like, how about I give you a broken ankle, you son of a bitch?
No, man. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, that was fun times, man. That was fun times.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you remember Sports World in Kitchener?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I was there. I've been there.
Yeah, man. I went there once, and then I went back. So I drove to Kitchener from London. So like an hour and a bit. And what do you know? It doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't exist. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not a thing.
Really?
Yeah. So I should have looked it up first. I just went there, got there, ready. I was like, I can't wait. Hit the fucking batting cages and the fucking driving range. And I get there. I'm like, whoa, it's empty. Then I pull up a little bit closer. I'm like, whoa, there's nothing here. And you know,
wow,
I was seeing a girl. I was seeing a girl and her kids I'm like, well, sorry, guys.
Do you guys want a Starbucks? Because that's what's here now. I'll
Yeah.
get you guys
Go
the raspberry.
somewhere else. We can go somewhere else. And then they start yelling, can we go to Wonderland? That's another hour and a half. I'm like, okay, sure. So we made an impromptu trip to Wonderland.
Oh, did you?
This was like years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's cool. Wonderland's great.
Maybe I should be Cool Frank and you can be Handsome Mike.
You'd be nice, Frank. I don't think those two go together, do they?
Nice Frank? I'm only nice to animals and parents.
Yeah.
Parents like me. I don't know. It's weird. Like when I was younger, I totally fit the stereotype of don't bring him home to meet the parents, or that's the guy your parents warned you not to go out with. And yet, they all fucking loved me. Right? Meet somebody's dad, and they know this guy's gonna fucking doink my daughter, and I know I'm going to, and I'm shaking his hand with a fucking smirk on my face, and we're fucking linking up, having this battle of minds, and he wants to kill me because he's like, what terrible, nasty things are you gonna do to my daughter? And I'm explaining it to him through our minds, and then I win. Always win. All right, buddy. And he's like, here's some money. Treat her right. I'm like, I'm not. I'm going to treat her so bad. But she'll like it. Don't worry.
You're like, thanks for the money. She's paying for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also like the fact that I liked how you put in the WWE reference there with doink.
Well, I didn't want to say the other thing. I didn't want to say the F word. Okay.
Frank?
Yeah, I was gonna frank her.
Yeah, dude.
Frank her real good, dude. Gonna frank her real hard, like. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that Frank all night long, man.
I'm gonna frank your brains out, baby. Ah! Something like that.
Dude, you're such a mother franker, man. That's all I gotta say.
I know.
If you're a Mother Francis, you gotta fucking go along with it.
Where the fuck are you going? Where the frank are you going?
Mike, stop franking around. To be perfectly honest with you, I needed to get water, and but on the way there, I had this booger that was bothering me, so I had to pick the booger out of my nose on the way to get my water. The real question is, where did I wipe it? And if you come to my house, you'll find out. I have a booger wall in which I wipe all my boogers on. I'm doing a little mural of just booger, blood, runny, dry, whatever. When you walk by it, don't get too close because it might cut you. You get talking about boogers. Because they get sharp after a while when they're stuck on there for days. They get sharp.
For 12. So, okay.
Your volume went down.
Well, that's just because I yelled in the mic.
Okay.
So it sounded louder. How's it now? Is it okay now?
It's a little better.
A little better? Okay. Let's see. All right. Should be good. I don't see
I have a booger farm on my wall.
Okay.
Ren and Stimpy. It froze.
How's this?
Oh, it's better.
Much better?
Yep.
But not like too loud, right?
It's not too loud. It's good. It's better than the other one.
All right. So, where was I? Okay. Look, we were both busy all weekend, so we didn't really get to catch much of the wrestling. Didn't get to catch much of that, but I did manage to catch most of Fight for the Fallen, and gotta say, thumbs up show. That's 3 in a row. Fucking great shows. So I'm going to list off the things that I like. It's been a different main event every time so far. Like a different guy in the main event. So, Sold Out. Or, wait, was Double or Nothing? Double or Nothing. I was thinking of that old NWO show. Double or Nothing had Kenny and Jericho as the main. Fyter Fest had Joey Janela and Jon Moxley. And this one, Fight for the Fallen, had the Young Bucks against the Brothers Rhodes, Cody in that.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that because I think a lot of people were thinking going in, they're just like, yeah, these guys are just going to get each other over. That's it, right? And everybody else is shit. And maybe they have a point because the only guy, I don't count Dustin and Cody as a tag team for real, so this doesn't really count. But Cody Rhodes has been in 2 matches. He hasn't lost. He has 1 draw, 1 win. Hangman Page has basically won everything he's been in. The Young Bucks have won both tag team matches there, and their 6-man tag doesn't count towards their division. Only Kenny Omega seems to be willing to take a pin right now because he lost his first match. And then he had fucking Sema was like relentless with his meteoras. You know, those knees. He was doing them everywhere, man. He put Kenny on a fucking small table. It's like the area was that of like an end table. Okay. So not very big. Only Kenny's torso could be on the table. And then he goes up on a stage above it and does a meteora off the stage onto Kenny's fucking chest and stomach area. Table doesn't even fucking break. It was great. It was great. It was a great fucking it was a great match. They beat the shit out of each other.
It was the Meteora versus the V-Trigger.
Yeah. V-Trigger.
Yeah, V-Trigger.
So, but I was really impressed that, and I've always known this, but some people haven't. They always, or not always, they've said, oh, he can only have great matches with Okada or Naito or Tanahashi. No, he has great matches with everybody.
Yeah.
Like in this last almost 3 year span, Omega has been lights out. Ever since he took over the Bullet Club and went into the G1 and won it, he's been a fucking machine.
I agree.
Yeah.
But to go back to like the Elite just getting themselves over, I think that they kind of have to do that until television starts.
Yeah.
But what I wouldn't do, I wouldn't have the Young Bucks win that turn.
No.
Not at all. I think that's bad booking. Right?
Yeah. No.
That's the way to book a tag team up to your level.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. That's what I said about Kenny Omega not being the first heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And I called it.
His time's gonna come, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, the promotion's going to be built around him as the heavyweight. Going to be built around the Young Bucks. I mean, that's just how it is. But
I'm not really sold on Hangman Page though.
No.
I don't think the crowd is either.
I think
he didn't get the pops that he got before, man. Like,
well,
I think he needs a little bit of work.
Remember that Fight for the Fallen was outside, and that was like over a 4-hour show. People were fucking dying of the heat. So we'll see come Chicago next month.
Yeah. Speaking of that, think CM Punk's gonna have a hand in that or what?
I don't know. I know he's gonna be at StarCast. And I think Nick or Matt Jackson have said publicly that they've been in contact with him a lot. So maybe. But
Yeah.
I don't think they need him, man. I don't like CM Punk. I don't think he's a great wrestler. His mic work is good, but it's all he got.
It's a name, just another big name. They can do
Well,
if they do CM Punk, that'll put him over the top, but then it'll like bring the wrestling down. It'll bring more of the entertainment up, but the wrestling down.
so
Because
we don't need another WCW where
No,
people are being brought in that are known from another company that are fucking burying all of the homegrown guys or the guys known for that company.
that's why I didn't want Gallows and Anderson to go over there. Right?
Yeah.
That's
And then
another-
so like what would be the worst thing to have CM Punk go in there and beat Kenny Omega?
it wouldn't be a good thing.
It would be the worst thing. Because Kenny
Yeah.
Omega's 10 times the wrestler he is. There's no way CM Punk could keep up with Kenny Omega at Kenny Omega's pace. Kenny Omega would slow his pace, obviously, but just saying, it. I don't think they need him. People think they do. I think it could be a detriment if
Well,
he becomes
it's all
too
about building guys. You got to build guys to get.
what
to
I'm
that
saying is, if
CM
he becomes too much of a focal point for the company, if too much shit is built around him, then I don't think it's good. Now, I'm okay with John Moxley because he's not coming in as Dean Ambrose. In fact, he's not coming in as WWE at all. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming in as the guy that went into WWE. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. And he's been putting on really good matches, man. You should hop on. You should hop on New Japan World later and watch his match with Ishii. They beat the piss out of each other, but it was a good. He's leading his block.
Nice, as he should be.
But
They're taking
it
advantage
has
of
to
that.
be said that his block is the weaker of the two.
Yeah. Who's in his block?
Jay White, Ishii, I think maybe Naito, but everyone else is in Block A. Block A is stacked.
I don't like Jay White.
Neither do I.
Yeah, not a fan.
But we've talked about this.
Yep, we have talked.
Well,
about
you know,
this.
the whole thing with Jay White is Kenny Omega left. If they knew Kenny Omega wasn't like, if they knew Kenny Omega was going to stay, he wouldn't have lost to Tanahashi. Because you could tell, because Tanahashi lost that belt within a month or so. And then Jay White lost the belt within about a month, maybe two, to get it back on. So you know that they wanted, just by that course of events, you know what they would have preferred to happen is Kenny Omega beats Tanahashi. Kenny Omega beats Jay White. And then potentially loses. I don't think he would have lost. I think they would have done a time limit draw. That would have been, or he would have lost to Okada at that Super Show in New York. That's what their main event was that they wanted. You know that, right? You have to know that. Not fucking Jay White and Okada. And that would have been their fifth match. But, and some people could say that's too much. Yeah, but that'd be their first one on American soil. And there would have been, a lot of media and everything around. And then that would have shown how good New Japan really is. Not just to people like you and me, but to just casuals, right?
Mm-hmm. But would have brought a ton of eyes to that, man. And I'm surprised they didn't do an Okada Omega match on American soil.
Well, Omega left before they could.
They could have done it before.
Well, yeah, but
seems like they were grooming Jay White to be the new fucking Omega because they kind of had ideas.
That's what I'm saying, right? When Omega left, they had to use Jay White. Now you see that they have John Moxley involved. Jay White's nothing because he's more entertaining. Not as entertaining as Omega is, because Kenny Omega, to the Japanese people, they fucking love him. Like in Japan, LIJ sells the most merch. Worldwide, under Kenny Omega, Bullet Club sold the most merch worldwide, right? So Kenny Omega was the guy leading the expansion into North America. That's why he won the U.S. title. That's why he won that tournament. That's why he was the MVP of the show, right? Back a couple of years ago. That he was the guy. But as soon as they changed not ownership, but VPs, something happened. And there was rumors going around that some of the wrestlers didn't like the new VP because first he was non-Japanese. But that's when the rift started to happen and Cody happened, right? Cody and Tony Khan. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay with a company, or are you going to go and start your own promotion with a billionaire?
Yeah. Which automatically puts you at number 2 in North America, which is crazy.
Now, if New Japan's smart, because Ring of Honor, their quality is dropping. Just is. Yeah. If New Japan was smart, they would get over this whole pissed off at the elite shit, because they still are. I read an article where they say, like, even saying Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks name is taboo in the offices. Like, they're fucking hurt. Because of the Japanese, right? It's they're all about honor, and they feel they were dishonored. Okay. Get the fuck over it. You want to expand in the U.S.? Then drop ROH and team up with fucking AEW. And then you can have the fucking best matches in the world, in the U.S. and in Japan. But these guys want to have a market presence in the U.S. That's your road to it. You're not doing it on your own, because not a single one of their top fucking Japanese stars can speak English. And as much as I love watching them, I don't know what the fuck they're saying after, right? Like Okada's going on, and then they have a translator telling you. That's not exciting to me. You need fucking gaijins if you're gonna go into a non-Japanese country. Simple as that. Right? You can't have in Japan, I guess it would be a little bit different, because you can have because WWF hasn't been, or the WWE hasn't been very popular in Japan. So, and then we had new Extreme Rules. Brock Lesnar's the new champion. Yeah, the beast. Now, that match was a winner-takes-all match, right?
Dude, you know what I wanted to happen? I wanted Brock Lesnar to walk in there and look at Seth Rollins and then look at Becky Lynch and be like,
Lynch.
Grab Lynch and then F5 Lynch.
And then get the belts. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Why not?
The women's title.
Yeah, why not?
And be like, I identify as a woman.
Yeah.
You do that now.
There you go.
Right?
He's like, I'm the first transgender universal champion. I got the belts to prove it.
Yeah. I got it before AEW and that Nyla Rose. I got it first. Bah! Yeah.
I forgot about Nyla Rose. But, that whole thing where, so you didn't watch it. You saw highlights, you said, right?
I did. Yeah, I watched Raw highlights, so I get the idea.
Yeah. So they're calling it the best show of the year. Best show of what? WWE? Of the world? Definitely not the world.
No,
right?
Definitely.
Because that same weekend, you had 2 really good shows. Like, Fight for the Fallen was better than that. Um, is it the best show of the year in all of WWE? No, because NXT puts on better pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You give the fans and the YouTube commentators an inch and they'll take a mile. If something is moderately good, it's great. If something is moderately bad, it's the worst.
It has to be really bad for them to be like it's the worst. Like you notice, like
well, I find the only honest guy.
SmackDown's been horrible for years. It's been horrible for years, but they're just finally admitting it's horrible.
Yeah,
you know,
I find
horrible. It's been horrible for fucking years.
I find the only honest, like straight up. There's a couple of honest YouTubers. Dave Knows Wrestling. Doesn't have a lot of subs. Has more than us, but he's very, very knowledgeable and honest about wrestling. Rantin' and Wrestling. He doesn't even watch WWE, but he'll do shit on them, and he's very honest. JD, very honest.
M&F.
Wrestle Talk used to be, and this is why I stopped watching them, because all of a sudden, as Wrestle Talk got bigger and bigger, right? They would have their show and they would talk shit about the WWE, and they would give bad grades to Raw and SmackDown, and then all of a sudden the grades started getting better, but the shows weren't getting better, right? Like if week 1 you give it like they give names to the ratings, but we'll say A to F. If you give it a D, right? And then week 2 you give it a B, or not a B, let's say a C, right? But it was exactly the same fucking show, because you know how WWE does it. They literally do the same shit week in, week out. So I noticed that they started praising the show more, and I was like, I'm out, because you guys are praising the same stuff that you were bashing, and I think they were just pandering to their group as their fan base as they got larger. So I don't trust them I don't trust their opinions anymore because of it. Like when it comes to wrestling, JD, he'll find something negative about everything, but that's his shit, and he's usually right.
But he screams at you.
He screams at you. Yeah.
Dude, I'll do my dishes and have JD screaming at me. But like, if I leave to go take garbage out and come back in through my hallway and I leave the fucking JD on, it's just him screaming in my hallway. That's all I can fucking hear. And I turn the shit down because he's like, who's yelling at you?
He'll scream about the same thing for 5 minutes.
But he's great. He's great. But
for 25 minutes, he'll scream about the same issue, and then he starts the show. It's like, that was an opening. Like, okay.
But super professional. If you want, like, obviously from us doing these videos now, and then you see the way he does his videos, like that guy's a professional at this shit.
Yeah, he has it all set up. But he's been doing it a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Raw and SmackDown. Also, people are saying much better. Meh, ho hum. Honestly, a little bit better. Ratings went up a bit, right? So Raw went up.
Heyman.
Raw went up. Yeah, they're still below 2.5 million people, and they're celebrating it. SmackDown finally got back over 2 million, and they're celebrating it. Like.
Yeah. Well, they created a buzz with the Heyman Bischoff thing, but like this, Heyman's first one was last week.
Yeah, they have a fucking reunion show tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for ratings. But for what? Why?
Exactly. You have a show to build to. Your second biggest show of the year, and you have a reunion show.
Stupid.
You do those reunion shows when there's a good 5 weeks between shows, and it's not a big show, right?
Big show.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
Just overshadowing the guys you're trying to prop up. Who the fuck cares about goddamn Finn Balor when Stone Cold is there?
Yeah.
But your boy Bray fucking made his appearance finally.
Yeah, he did. I seen it. It was a brief appearance, and he
Who did
fucked
he
with Finn
attack?
Balor.
Yeah.
So it was like, what? They already did that, but then
Are we doing this again?
Wyatt got like rupees or something, and he had to get pulled out. So I don't fucking know, but yeah. So, but they're not gonna have him as a demon. This is what I've been hearing. Like he's not gonna be the demon for SummerSlam against Bray Wyatt. Why not? Why not? Bring the demon. That's your shit, right? That's like your cheat code.
It's like this. Bray left and became something new, right? Can we agree on that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And he comes back and he does something old. Right? Give him something new. He better beat the shit out of fucking Finn Balor. He better be something serious this time. You know?
Oh yeah. And it better be very convincing. But how can you do that? Because fucking Finn Balor was just your Intercontinental Champ. Why don't you have him go up against somebody a little bit lower run?
Nobody, like, he defended his title once.
Yeah.
And
then Shinsuke too.
And he lost. He kept losing. Like, he lost to Andrade Cien Almas, and then he beat him to defend. Then I think he lost. Yeah, he lost to Shinsuke, and then he lost to Shinsuke again. So, but whatever, man. If this gets Shinsuke Nakamura on TV and gets him in a serious fucking role, cool.
It won't.
He can elevate. He can elevate that title.
Oh yeah, but it won't though.
But they
That's
won't.
the only thing. It won't. Like,
And
was
then
Finn Balor
WWE
on TV when he had the Intercontinental Championship? No.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, no. They're not going to put him on TV. It's fucking stupid. The show's dumb.
The thing they need to do is get that fucking one-piece Elvis suit off of him.
Yeah, and go back to his old theme song. I know it's a babyface theme song, but still, man, like the crowd popped for that shit.
Yeah.
Go back to that.
Just make him a babyface again.
Yeah.
It's not like he does interviews. It's not like he's in major programs. So they could very easily, and this would be at the expense of fucking this would be at the expense of Rusev. But they never explain why they're not tagging anymore.
Who said?
Who said?
Who the fuck is that?
Never explain why they're not tagging anymore. So they can do a thing where he goes backstage and Rusev congratulates him and then attacks him, right? Because they were healed. And then he could defend the title against Rusev, win, and then he can become a babyface again. And then you bring that music back, keep him as the fucking Intercontinental Champion for a long time, beating all challenges, and you're good. People want to cheer fucking Nakamura.
Yeah.
And he re-signed a huge contract. You might as well do it. But then again, everybody's re-signing huge contracts. Who is the latest? Strowman.
Yeah, Strowman. But yeah, why wouldn't he, right? It's like, but Shinsuke, why would he? I think he's just in it for the money now. He put a lot of time.
I mean, if you're not in it for the money, you're not in it, right?
Yeah.
You know, but WWE tweeted that he is the first ever Intercontinental Champion for New Japan and WWE, and then Jericho retweets it and he's like, excuse me?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, Jericho is right.
Yeah. So, my girl, fucking Natty, got a shot at the title at SummerSlam.
She ain't winning.
She ain't winning. I know. It's a fucking shame that she's only like a 2 or 3 time champion and Alexa Bliss is a 6-time champion. Natalia's been there for a decade plus. Yeah, I know. She's been there over a decade. She's had the most matches on pay-per-view. She's held down the fort when the wrestling has stunk, and she's been there when it's good. And pure wrestling goes, she's better than anyone. She is. She just has everything down. Now, some people will disagree because they've done stupid things with her, like make her a crazy cat lady or make her have fucking farting problems, right? But she's legit. You put her in a match, a pure wrestling match, she's the best. So, yeah, you know what? I'd like her to win.
Well, she should have won because she farts all the time. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to wrestle a farting chick. I'll tell you that much. It's gross.
But they could do it like this, man. They could build it. She's the one who trained Ronda Rousey. Her and Rousey are friends, right? So they could play it off that, Rousey's pregnant and all that. I'm going to get back what you took from my friend.
Yeah, they could.
Now, and she doesn't even have to turn heel to do it.
No, but sure, if you want to, but then that doesn't really do anything for her. It's like now you're putting Ronda Rousey's name out there instead of like building Natalia up. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this for my buddy.
No, or maybe she could say, hey, you know what? Ronda couldn't beat you, but I'll beat your ass. She did, because her and Becky actually go back a long ways too. She actually cut a pretty good promo on Becky.
How did it go?
She just basically told her she's gonna beat her ass.
Yeah. Did she end with a fart?
Yeah, she ended it with a fart. And then it looks like Randy Orton. Title shot at Kofi. Looks like.
What's that?
Looks like Randy Orton's probably getting a title match against Kofi.
Yeah. When are they going to take the title off Kofi? After SummerSlam?
So he would probably keep it through SummerSlam. I don't know, man. He's still hot, People love him still. New Day are champions again, too. That's fucking lame.
Well, they have all the gold.
It's lame.
No, yeah, it's lame. Tell me about it.
I've
seen that, yeah. So no, I'm not a big fan of that, but whatever.
I remember JD did a video where he met Xavier Woods. And Woods said that his goal was to elevate other teams. And I'm watching this shit. I'm like, you're beating all the other teams. You're a 6-time champion. You're the longest reigning champions. You're not elevating anybody. So fuck you. Right? Like, fuck your shit. So, I don't know. Yeah, well. And then, but really not much is going on. They have the Raw reunion show. Bret Hart said no to going. I put a video of it. I think I said. And then Seth Rollins said something stupid again on Twitter. So this time he compared. He said WWE's the best. We're like the New York Yankees. And people are like, oh, Seth, shut the fuck up. And then he says to all the people, all the fans and critics of him, you're just jealous because you can't date Becky Lynch like I can, or something. I'm paraphrasing. Just shut up, man. You're supposed just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree with that fully. I agree with what you're saying fully. The Becky Lynch thing has brought his character down.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be with Becky Lynch because it took any fucking thunder you had.
Oh, yeah.
Squashed it.
Oh, yeah. He's like, get out. Like, that whole thing.
T-shirt. He's walking around in a T-shirt that says the man's man.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole thing is get off my TV. Like, get off my TV heat. I fucking hate that. See, just even watch the highlights. As soon as it comes on, I'm like, skip. I'll skip it. Because fuck it. It's stupid. It's stupid. Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 champions are dating. Well, right on. Now none of them can actually be their own person. They have to fucking lump them together. And that pay-per-view the main event pay-per-view of fucking whatever it was, who cares? like, you know who's going to win. You're not going to have the two of your biggest baby faces together lose their titles at the same time to Baron Corbin and fucking whatever the flip is, Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Hey, isn't it funny that Becky is going to be wrestling another blonde chick?
Well, that's all they got
Yeah.
for the most part.
And then Bailey, whose ass is much bigger than I thought. Have you seen it in jeans?
It's not Rikishi size.
No, but it's big.
That's
That's a good thing. It's just her ring attire doesn't show her off. So she's going to be taking on Ember Moon. But how much you want to bet that Charlotte's going to somehow get in that match?
I could see it. I'll bet you a sushi dinner.
Okay, we can go to sushi. We'll go to sushi regardless.
Okay.
How about we bet a blowjob?
We'll do that regardless.
I know you're gonna suck my dick.
Unless we're two guys, we can suck each other's dick at the same time.
Oh no, I'm not sucking your dick. You're gonna suck mine.
Oh, then it's not happening, bud.
I think you want it, bud.
Not happening,
bud. Yeah, bud.
No.
So anyway, yeah, it was a boring week. Nothing newsworthy. That's here we start off with non-wrestling stuff. Because I got a lot of comments from people like DMing me saying, I'm not a wrestling fan, but I think you guys are really funny.
Cool.
So yeah, it was, good responses. Nobody leaves comments, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, DM me, motherfucker.
Ooh, leave some comments, man. We'll respond.
Well, look, I mean,
you get big time. When you get big
don't
time,
have
you gotta
a big enough reach to really do that. So that's fine. We have to know where we are, man.
Sure.
Me?
Eyebrow game is high.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, man. So have you watched Preacher?
Preacher! No.
You gotta watch that show, man. It's fucking amazing. Nobody watched it because it's on Amazon Prime. But to me, it's like top 3 shows right now.
Oh, wait. Isn't something Albus in it?
Idris Elba? No.
Oh, okay.
No. What's his name? He's a rather unknown. He played like Tony Stark's dad in Captain America.
Okay.
Dominic Moore, I believe his name is. But dude, the show is fucking amazing. It's like if you like Ash versus the Evil Dead, you'll like Preacher.
All right, I'll check it out. Check it out. I was also told to check out something Bruno on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah. Not Bruno, but another guy.
A stand-up comedian?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just have to check it out. So.
The cheap Preacher. Maybe I'll check out the something Bruno as well.
Yeah.
And then we can compare and we can talk.
Because moving and shit. So,
dude,
on an unrelated note,
of course,
I started watching the 3rd series of Naruto. Okay, called Boruto.
Yeah.
Naruto Next Generation. A lot of people don't like the show. I don't mind it, but I don't like the main character, Boruto. Because I can't pin it down, but he's like a spoiled little child that has everything, but doesn't realize it.
Mm.
And he hates his dad. Like Naruto's the Hokage. He's running everything, and he's never home. And the kid can't understand why his father's never home. Until finally, Naruto saves the village, and he sees Like first he meets Sasuke, right? You know the characters I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he meets Sasuke, and Sasuke has one arm now because of the final fight he had with Naruto. They both lost their arm, but Naruto got a fake one made of Hashirama cells, right? And Sasuke chose not to get it, even though it could make him stronger because the first Hokage's cells could essentially let you use wood style. Wood style is strong. But he said, no. This is my disgrace, right? It's a symbol of my disgrace. So he meets Sasuke and he's like, I want to be like Sasuke. Sasuke's never around. Sasuke hasn't been in the village. Yeah, he hasn't been around. He's been tracking somebody down. Like, I won't go into the full details. And Sasuke's daughter, who sees her father never, wants to be like Naruto. She wants to be the Hokage. It's hilarious. But the best parts of the show have to do with the older cast, not the younger cast, not the next generation. The best parts of the show have to do with all of the older people, seeing what Naruto's up to, seeing what Sasuke's doing. And Boruto is just too good at stuff. Like, you don't remember how like Naruto wasn't, and he had to train really hard to like get really good.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Boruto
what made you love him.
Yeah, exactly. Boruto is inherently great at stuff. And he still cheats. But the whole thing is, yeah, you can't get behind that. He doesn't really have a goal. Like, his only goal is to not be like, at the point that I'm in, to not be like his dad. Everybody else, any show you watch, right? Any TV show, anime, movie, there's always a goal. Main character has a goal. Naruto wanted to be the Hokage.
Yep.
That was his goal. That's what he drove for. And
Sasuke wanted to be an AFI.
No, Sasuke wanted revenge.
No, he wanted to be a My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
He was an emo kid. He wanted to play bass. Once he lost the arm, though, he couldn't do it anymore. So
does it with his tongue. He's not slapping the bass. He's lapping the bass. Lapping that bass up. Slapping the bass, man. Anyway. Yeah, but characters have goals, and he doesn't seem to have any. But that will probably change. Anyway, you can tell that they put a lot of money into like the fight scenes and shit, especially that involved Naruto. Because there's this one part. I don't know if you ever finished the second part of Naruto Shippuden with the Great Ninja War.
I did.
Okay, so you remember Kagura, right? The mother of all ninjutsu. She's the one who brought chakra and everything. Mm-hmm. Well, she's a part of a race, right? And they're like, basically, she was building up her defenses in case her clan came to get her, because their job is to basically cultivate planets, grow fucking chakra trees, or whatever they're called, god trees, and then once, on a scale of 1 to 10, once the planet gets to like 10, they call the clan comes in and cultivates the planet, absorbs all the chakra, planet dies. Well, she didn't do that. She wanted power of her own, so she hid it. She didn't report it. So the guys that found it, they're trying to find her. They don't know that she's dead. And they're like, oh, if this planet is a 16, so there's a lot of chakra, but there's no god tree. And they realize that the chakra fruit are the tailed beasts, right? So first they go after Killer Bee, the rapper, and they get him. And then they're like, okay, we're going to go after the Nine Tails. And that they capture Naruto because they're going to destroy the village and he has to save the village. And they capture him. But this is what's hilarious. Anybody that doesn't think Naruto is like the strongest character in that show ever. So they have him tied up, and this fucking guy is absorbing his chakra, right? And he's been doing it for like what seems to be hours. And he's like, holy shit, we're just halfway. We're just at the halfway point. That's how much chakra he has, right? And then they come in, Naruto gets freed, and he starts fighting this guy, and he's already had half his fucking chakra sucked out of him. And Boruto finishes him off. Him and Sasuke fucking basically distracts him, and Boruto hits him with a Rasen gun that's infused with lightning jutsu. But Naruto still had to give him chakra to make it this big fucking mass, and that's where I'm at. It was, but the fight scenes, fuck man, the budget that they put in those fight scenes, out of this world.
Yeah.
That was my off topic. That was my off topic because there's another anime that just came out this season that's pretty cool. I don't know the exact name, but did you ever watch those Fate Stay Night animes where they no, it's the Holy Grail War and they summon a fucking hero from the past to fight for them, and whoever gets the Holy Grail gets to make a wish? No, then I'm not going to explain the show. Doesn't matter.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I went on a date
Did ya?
on Thursday.
What was her name?
I will not discuss names, but I will tell you what happened.
Well, you could have just said a fake name. Anyway.
Yeah, Franz Ferdinand or whatever. Who fucking dated that fucking. But anyhow, so we went out and we met in this place called the Key in New West. And silly me, I thought it was going to be warm all night. So I just wore a button-up shirt, but it was cold. So we were outside and we're like, well, hey, we're having a great time. So she's like, you look a little cold. I was like, yeah, I am a little bit cold. She's like, you want to go to the bar? So we go to the bar. First date. We go to this place, and lo and behold, it is a karaoke joint.
Oh.
Now,
old panty dropper Mike gets on the stage.
I did not sing, but every time we're trying to talk, in the background's like, and I'm like, what was that? I couldn't hear a damn thing she was saying. There was a guy who did like a rendition of Tenacious D, like that Meatloaf song. And it's like, hungry for young Jable, you are hungry for the rock. You know that song?
Yeah.
But he sang like all the different parts, and it was like horribly done, and it's just like it was offensive. It was offensive.
Not how like we sing karaoke.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you're going to a karaoke, I didn't know it was gonna be karaoke. Life lesson number 1: don't take a first date to a karaoke bar if you want to actually get any talking done. What's that?
How did it end?
She left and I left.
Have you talked to her since?
Yes.
Are you going to go out again?
Yes.
You don't seem confident.
But when it comes down to that stuff, I don't put too much. What's that?
Do you think she likes you?
I'm a 50-50 on it.
And do you like her?
I'm a 50-50 on it.
Okay. Well, hey, man.
It's hard to tell on a first date. For me.
Sometimes you can tell right away.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite, man. Like, first date for me tells me everything I need to know.
Really?
Yep.
Not me.
All my fucking major relationships started on the first date.
That sounds about normal.
No, but I mean, I knew right from then.
Me, I don't like to let happiness in, Frank. I fight it.
It's about happiness. It's about
No. I fight it like Naruto.
It's about sex. No, it's not about sex. It's just I think you can tell if you're compatible, man, quickly.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Let's change topics.
Well, you're the one who fucking brought it up, man.
Well, I was just trying to bring up a funny story, but then like, hey, dude, what happened? I was like, no,
Well,
it was a funny story.
Yeah, you're like my
Funny
best
story.
friend, man. So you're like, I went on a date. I'm happy for you. What happened? Oh, you didn't see her again? 50-50. Do you like her? 50-50. Does she like you? 50-50. Let's change the subject. Sorry, I care. Breaking my heart, Mike.
I don't like airing dirty laundry.
That's not dirty laundry.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
That
I
was
don't
fun.
know her name.
Fun.
I don't know what she looks
She's a
like.
nice girl. That's usually how it goes. It was fun. She's a
Remember,
nice
you
girl.
brought it up. I didn't.
Yeah. I just want to tell a story. But anyhow, Naruto.
Oh no, the Naruto thing's done, dude. I you know, I fucking, yeah. Have you checked out any of the shows I said? Future Diary?
No, I haven't. I haven't really had time, man. I did the
Yeah.
Jasper thing and then fuck
Yeah,
it. I've been working. I'm a little
Say no more,
zonked
Mike.
out.
Say no more.
This has been my this is my only day off this week. It's laundry. I have fucking laundry all day.
Yeah. I really got to get unpacking.
What, from Grand Bend?
No, packing. I need to get on.
Oh
packing.
yeah, 'cause you're moving what next weekend?
No. It's a weird thing. Doesn't matter. Change subject, okay?
Are you gonna have horses in the background of your next video or what?
No, because I'm not going to be there next weekend.
Okay.
I probably won't even be there when you're down yet. I have to be out of here by the 15th of August because my fucking landlord, instead of being smart and saying, like, I've been here 5 years, right?
Yep.
I said, let me give you a month's notice. Oh, I need 2 months. And then he says, oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. And this is right before July. He's like, just pay me half the rent. And then your final month can start from the 15th until the 15th. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's weird. Usually all you have to do is give them 30 days notice.
It depends. But, you know.
Well, you pay first and last month's rent, so the last month's rent should be free.
That's it. So, as of right now, I'm not paying any rent. And I only paid half rent for... Basically, I paid half rent for all of July, and I get half a month for free.
You know what they do here? You don't pay first and last, but you have to pay a damage deposit, and it's very hard to get your damage deposit by the end of your rental.
Well, how much is the damage deposit? Is it
It
the
depends.
rent?
It's not quite the rent, so I think my damage deposit was like $600, right? I probably won't get it. I've been here for 3 years, and there's been a couple things that's been fucking dinged up. I think 4 years actually I've been here, but yeah, there's been a few things.
What if you fucking patch any holes you make? Like, that makes no sense because if something gets damaged there, like say an appliance or fucking any of the plumbing, it's their responsibility to fix it. So they can't say you can't get your damage. So we
went through it one time.
What?
We went through it one time.
Yeah.
The guy who was, because I lived in a house with a couple brothers, and the one guy, he went through the damage deposit bullshit. He took him to court because they said it wasn't clean enough, but we paid cleaners to come in and clean it, right? And then they said it wasn't clean enough, and then it was just like all over like $1,500. And then usually they side with the renters, but the guy who was like there, he was doing like a phone conference. He got angry, and then we lost that money.
That's bullshit.
But it's just stupid. You got to take him to court for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, BC's stupid. Were those the brothers from down east?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about them.
Yeah, they're cool, man. Those are guys to move from Ontario. Not a good place to move into.
No, it's tough to move into Ontario.
What's that?
It's tough to move into Ontario.
It is, because a lot of people are kind of like the fuck away. But that's how it is here too. So it's like I was lucky to move in with a bunch of East Coasters who kind of accepted me, and then all their friends accepted me as well. So it was cool. But they didn't do that to everybody. Not all the friends got accepted in that crew. I'm just so goddamn lovable.
Yeah. I make it a point not to have a crew of friends. Too much bullshit.
That's how it is now. But when I first moved here, I was like,
think of your pal Frank. They'd probably hate me.
they like you, man.
Nah,
They don't know you.
I said, what do you think they would think? And I said, nah, they'd probably hate me.
My plumbing friends would love you. But my other friends would be like, I don't know about this guy. He might be a little bit much. But my plumbing friends would love you. But my hippie friends wouldn't.
Probably because of my politics.
Probably, yeah.
Which is funny because you share them for the most part. You just keep them secret.
Yeah.
I'm
just not as vocal about it. I don't care as much. I'm not as passionate about that shit as you are.
I'm not passionate about it. It's not passion. It's just it's the world we live in. You know, it's the world we live in, man. It's just like they're trying to get a bill passed through to name Antifa a fucking domestic terror group.
Okay.
And like, look, I mean, the thing is, I agree with that because they're attacking people. They are firebombing people. They're fucking, you know, racist fucking dickheads that say they're fighting fascism when what they're doing is fascist. You know what I mean? They beat up an old Jewish man. They beat up an old Jewish man because he was a Donald Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
They beat up two Hispanic Marines that were in Philadelphia. Okay, there just happened to be a protest that they were counter protesting, and they're like, "Are you Proud Boys?" And the Marines who are Hispanic,
Proud Boys, the Gavin McInnes thing.
Gavin McInnes, and people think that it was like a group of guys fighting, and Gavin McInnes is like, "No, man,
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke." He's like, it literally is a joke. There was a guy I worked with that used to love theater, and there was a song, Proud Boy or something. That's what it was all about. You know, he was like, we'd go to the bar every fucking once a month, bunch of guys, you know, like Flintstones, the Lodge. And he's like, we do things like name 5 breakfast cereals in fucking, you know, 5 seconds, or you get a punch in the arm, shit like that. But they started retaliating, right? So, and they started doing fucking security for people because Antifa kept showing up. And they're like, yeah, okay, if they're going to fight, then I'll fight. Because a lot of them don't mind fighting, right? And look, they're like, they're a white supremacist group. Dude, there's fucking black guys there. There's Hispanic guys in it. They're like, no, it's reverse racism. Some of them got arrested. They're like, they're racists. The guy that got arrested has a black wife and biracial kids. They're like, no, that's a form of slavery. They have an answer for everything. Yeah. So these 2 Hispanic Marines, okay, here are all they hear is, "Are you proud?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah, we're proud." They're proud Americans, right? All of a sudden, a swarm of fucking Antifa attack them. And these guys, remember, these are the non-racists, right? They're the non-fascists. Start calling them fucking every Hispanic slur that I can't say right now. And it's like, you guys are the good guys. You know what I mean? And then the media, they don't report on it. It's like, it's their, Antifa is the media's attack dog. Crowder did he infiltrated fucking Antifa. Got one of his guys.
What did you guys, hair purple or something?
No, man. He got not gay Jared to go in. And he had a hidden camera, talk to them. Fucking this transgender woman or man, I don't know which side she was, hands him a fucking knife. She's like, and then starts telling Jared the plan is to rush the protesters and then retreat, pull them back beyond the police barricade, and that's when we're going to attack. And then the one guy on the side's like, yeah, I got a couple of AKs in the trunk, right? Yeah, this is all on film. And then at that point, Jared's getting scared. So he's like, oh, man, is there a bathroom? I really got to take a shit. And they're like, yeah, it's right there. He never goes back. Crowder takes the fucking film to the media, and it's filmed, and they're like, yeah, we can't do anything with this.
You can't.
The media, the media wouldn't touch it. And it's like, why not? This isn't news? So, but the police took it seriously enough that the ringleader got arrested. But this is what I'm saying, right? And people that defend Antifa, to me, are inexcusable, man. Can't support that shit. Can't support violence, period. That's you know, I've talked to fucking leftists and rightists, Trump supporters, Antifa supporters, and let me tell you, because it doesn't matter to me, we're Canadian, right? But I'll tell you this. I've never had a Trump supporter be rude to me. I've never had a Trump supporter insult me. And I've had debates with them. Okay? Can't say that about Antifa supporters or Hillary Clinton supporters, because I've had the same talks with them. And it always breaks down into them insulting you or me when I'm talking to them, right? So my point is, there's some fucking misguided people out there. And, you know, they'll throw around the word racist or Nazi and stuff like that.
That's a buzzword.
But, well, that's what it's become. And that's a shame, because, you know, well, I'll see somebody say it, and I'll say, listen, learn what the Nazis were and what the Nazis actually did before you start calling people Nazis, right? Or if you're going to call somebody a Klansman, learn what the Klan was, what they did, how they were formed, before you start throwing that around. You know? Just try to be nice to each other. No, because it...
Dude, the reason why I'm laughing is because it's such an easy concept, but it's just so hard to grasp.
I know.
That people don't do it.
Like, people get
just treat someone the way you want to be treated, man. That's it. Yeah. Like, I don't want it to be all about, like I don't want shit just to be because, like, somebody's race or fucking because it's a woman or because of this and that. It's like, let's just chat.
Yeah.
You know? That's it. Break it down, man. Break it down to bare bone shit.
That's it. And
don't make problems where there isn't problems. Like, I don't know if I can get it.
And, you know, the whole thing is, I don't have to be right. You know what I mean? So if you say something and I'm wrong, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to start hurling insults.
But people do get that way.
I don't care.
Huh? They get hurt if you don't have the same opinion that they have. That's why I usually just avoid it.
Yeah, see, I won't because people, look, like, especially millennials, they were raised in bubbles by parents that book parents, you know what I mean? They're not like our parents. Not like our parents, man. Our parents let us learn life through life, right?
I'll do you one better, man. Millennials were raised by CNN, CSNBC, and Fox, and it's all just fake bullshit. All that stuff that's on there, it's all fake. It's all fake news. So it's like they're getting led by whatever tribe they're watching on television, and like certain YouTube channels, you know.
Yeah,
it's like that's what.
I mean, it's
motivates you to be the way they are.
It's echo chambers. It starts with the parents. So the parents say, let's say they're liberal parents. They watch CNN, and they get this opinion, and they raise their kids on that. But their friends also share the same opinion. So those kids of those friends share the same opinion. And those are end up being the early building blocks of the original parents' kids, right? They spend time with their friends. The kid spends time with the kids. Send them to school. The schools, the teachers are very, very pro, leftist policy because that's what supports them. So the educational system gets fucked. Like, you go to school, I don't want your opinion. I want the facts. That's it. And then they go to college and it gets worse. And then they go on Twitter and they follow all their friends and all their favorite journalists. So they're always constantly hearing their own opinion. Or they base their opinion on the opinion of their friends because they're in an echo chamber. But, I used to, look, man, I grew up on the fucking system. If anybody was going to grow up to be a fucking bleeding heart liberal, it would be me. And I was for a long time, but that changed. I got older and my outlook on life changed. But I can.
It doesn't matter who's in the office. It doesn't matter who's in office. There's nothing different. There's nothing different. The Republicans are the Democrats. The Democrats are the Republicans.
Yeah. And
it's like, what happened? So George Bush was in war in the Middle East. Barack Obama comes in. Did he stop the war in the Middle East? No. Right? There's still war in the Middle East.
He stopped ISIS. No.
No. What did he do? He put more funding into the war effort. So it's just like, it's all the same. It's all ran by the banks. It's not ran by Democrat or Republican.
And another thing is, what people have to realize is, especially Americans, how fucking fortunate they are that they have the Constitution they have. Because in Canada,
that Constitution is breaking up pretty quick here.
Well,
like freedom of speech. Who has freedom of speech anymore? Like even in America.
You have it in the States. People can fight against it, but it's still an inalienable
Well, what
right.
about Twitter? Twitter's blocking Milo. Twitter's blocking all these people.
Because they're on the right. But that's the debate right there. So if Twitter is a private company, they can do what they want. What the government's trying to get them to do is to say, are you a platform or are you a publisher? Because if you're a platform, then everyone gets a say, right? If you're a publisher, then you can do as you see fit. Just like Fox News is conservative, just like CNN is liberal, right? But they won't admit it. They won't say what they are. Because if they go out, if they say, we're a publisher, all of a sudden, they could lose a lot of traffic because everyone already knows they're anti-conservative. They block conservative. It just is what it is. But if they come out right and say we are pro-liberal, anti-conservative, then a lot of conservative people that go on that platform, they can leave. Or it can create, somebody can see that as an opportunity and create a different version of Twitter that is a fucking platform. And then people can flock to it. It's all about they have to define what they are, and they refuse to do it. Same with Facebook. Facebook has refused to define what they are. Same with Google. Like Google saying that they're blocking videos that are borderline. Borderline what? And they're like borderline hate speech. Well, who decides what is hateful to you guys? If you guys see the world as I hate Donald Trump, right? Then anybody that supports him on YouTube, that's borderline hate to you. So they're not going to get the same fucking opportunities to have their videos shown. And the government, the Senate is pushing these companies to come out and say what they are. Are you a platform or a publisher? But all of them won't do it. You look at Alex Jones, as crazy as that guy is, That dude got banned from everything.
Yeah.
Right?
All at once.
All at once. And we're talking about Russian collusion? That's collusion. And then he moved to BitChute, which is another video fucking sharing service. And BitChute that night blew up. Their subscriber count, like their user base, fucking exploded because people like Alex Jones. I don't have an opinion on him. What?
Yeah, so he definitely attracts a certain amount of followers, for sure.
Alex Jones is wild. He says crazy shit, but more often than not, he's actually right. Like when he said, "They're turning the freaking frogs gay," he's not wrong. What's happening is the fucking chemicals in the water are turning the frogs asexual. He just went about saying it in a way that people could say he's crazy. Look at him, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't watch InfoWars.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's easy to take shit out of context on anyone and make them look bad. That's what they did to Gavin McInnes. They took shit he said out of context, and that's why he's been banned, right? Same with Milo. That whole thing with Ghostbusters. He didn't say anything. He didn't send his followers after Leslie Jones. He got banned because a fan of his, a follower of his, insulted her. And their idea is, well, it's your fans, so you're responsible for them. No, that's not how it works, man. Right?
Frankie, I hate to cut this short.
Yeah.
But there's two things. My battery's at about 2, and I got to take a shit. And I've had to take a shit for a half an hour.
Last thing. When it comes to freedom of speech, everything needs to be heard. Good speech and bad speech. So that way we can separate what's good from what's bad. Because if we only hear what we want to hear, then we're never going to know who the assholes are that have terrible fucking thoughts and would do terrible fucking things. So let them fucking out themselves, right? Let them out themselves so we know to fucking stay away from them. Whatever. Now, Cool Mike needs to take a shit.
Yeah.
Frank needs to be handsome. I also have to take a shit.
Right.
So we're going to finish this off. Mikey, baby, I love you.
You too, buddy.
Post some videos this week, you lazy prick. And
I have been.
We will talk to our fans later. And remember, everyone, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. All right. Peace out, buddy.
Peace.